Morning everyone, lovely bright sunny Monday morning. I just want to do a quick update. Most of you probably wear this, but I'll just let the rest of you wear, those who don't know this. So the YouTube channel is actually run by Bethany, our youngest daughter. So Beth sits at home putting this all together for you. We just do all the video and etc. and then just ping them over on an email and she puts it together. Unfortunately, like you, we don't watch the videos till Sunday night or Wednesday night. After she put it together, so we get a surprise as well to see what she's done. A lot of videos unfortunately been missed from Sundays, which is a shame. I did a lot of videoing down there, and apparently the emails that went over, a lot of them were corrupt. So Beth just basically put together what she could just to send out. So the reason I'm saying it is that we have on when was it, Wednesday or Thursday, a friend of mine, Tony, who came over and helped me. So I didn't want to take all the glory for doing the block work because I had someone helping me do the block work, which was absolute godsend, and I was so pleased to actually have him on board, even though I had to still lump everything down on my own. But it made such a difference having him, and crumbs. The one thing I have learnt, I might have to see if I can persuade him to come and help me again. But there's a lot of videos that what I'm going to do is ask Beth to send over. Again, I'll do that so that we can put them out on Wednesday. And they might back a little bit, but at least there's some interest to see what's going on. I think I've got some time lapses in there. But it was really just an update, everyone. The comments I was seeing last night and this morning I was sitting in bed that, please, I didn't do the block work on my own. I had a help. So a big thanks to Tony. As I said, I'll stop the talking. I've got to crack on with the salon now before the wife gets the whip out. We'll try and update the rest of the stuff that wasn't shown on Wednesday. Another productive day. 5 blocks high, as I said we were going to do in one day. Really helpful having Tony. More so because that's what he does actually, is block work. So having someone who could just get on with it saved me no end of problems. I ended up being the skivvy in the end actually, so I'm making muck and everything else and cutting blocks. And he did the hard work for me, so a big thanks to Tony. But what a difference that's made, just having an extra pair of hands actually. It wasn't just twice as quick, but actually felt like it was 3 times as quick. So I'll have to see if I can tuck him up another day, but there's only so many favours you can ask. Anyhow, Saturday, a few things to do first, but Saturday I'll get the last, we'll let that key off and then we'll get the other 5 blocks up there. Also, if it's a Saturday, I might be able to see if I can persuade him to come over, but otherwise, he's given me some pointers as well, so should be all right with that one. Finish off on top of there, so we just let the ridge, maybe wondering why I put the bricks up there. That's so that we can get it exactly level. If I just come over to, you can see the granite to the side. So in the end, we took that out, removed the granite above, and now we're at a good height now to carry on with breeze blocks and then take them, concrete blocks, I always call them breeze blocks. Take the concrete blocks right up to the top of the step. So really good support. I can then, again, get my chainsaw in, just neaten up the end of the beam, treat these, as I said I was going to do all the way along. We'll give this one and the other one plenty of coats of treatment. And then I can start lifting the floor above, ready to put the new joists in. But yeah, it's actually starting to look quite nice down here. So Carol's just run the broom over, and you can see all the stone, the flagstones have come out really nice actually. So really pleased with that. They don't go right the way through, so I don't know if I've shown this where I've been putting the blocks, but they stop at the edge there and should really count up to there. But this clearly was storage for something. I think this side actually was coal originally when we got it. And I said it's quite level in here as well, although it's just the clay, the soil. Oh, hey, oh, you finished, have you? Wow. You remind me of Trigger. The Trigger with his broom that's the same broom he's had for 25 years.
This is habit, so a bit like me.
Well, it's had it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, it's getting on a bit now. I guess we can...
No, not till it's gone.
Not till it's gone. You want me to finish doing the muck, get rid of all that? Yes, okay, the boss has spoken. I will crack on. Right, update on how we're getting on today. Tony's got most of the blocks now up under the beamwork. Just got the end there to fill off. the internal wall, the wall we built under the step, all done. We'll assess that again later when we start putting the joists in, but at the moment that's exactly what we want. We can always add to it if we feel like we need to go a little bit higher, but there's nothing worse than having to knock it out if we've gone too high. So as I said, we'll get that finished off today, and then we can look at getting these beams in the right place, ready so we can sit them down. I'm over here at the moment just sorting out the joists ready and find a data point. So we need to find somewhere to reference or to put these in, and I'll go upstairs and explain more. And I forgot to mention something. We dropped all the beams down here, made it a lot easier rather than keep back and forth. And then Carol's actually, thankfully, carried them all out for us, super girl. So a lot of those we can get to the déchetterie. There's no point keeping them. But the large beams, as Carol likes to keep them, to put them up in the garden, so we'll get those out as well. And, oh, I see a pair of legs. Hello, legs.
Hi.
Hello, what are you doing?
I'm up in the orchard planting tomatoes.
Ah, the grass. So I might as well bring some of these beams up later on for you.
Yeah, you crack on here first.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to come up there and explain what I'm doing to reference to do with the floor. Right, so I'm dangling up here on my ladder. As I mentioned before, we put a plumb line, just as you can see, that comes across from one corner to the other. Just helps me see which bits are really out and which bits I'm happy with. And I don't know if I've still got it attached. I'm going to try and... So if I pull this taut, it's become, there we go, very obvious. So I'm sitting here, the plumb line sitting just below the parquet flooring would sit, the tongue and groove on there. And as I go across, you can see under that doorway, it's really swollen. So there's a lot of messing around to do there. Whereas if I come the other way, on that corner, take that off, it's actually not bad. I'm alright with that. You can probably maybe see up, well, maybe see, I'll bring the camera over a bit. The doorway, I need to, it's swollen and it's pushed it up, but I can sort that out easy enough. So what it tells me, actually, I'm more than happy with this side, more than the other side. So I've mocked up what we're gonna do on the flooring. So on the flooring, I'll explain, we have the parquet flooring, which will sit on top of the OSB board, which then sits on top of the joist. And if I put that in the position it should be, sorry, bear with me a second, like that, that gives me an indication how much I need to look at underneath. So the ideal world is my chevrons, they call the smaller joists that I'll float the other way, are 73 mil. So the idea is to have that 73 mil, then I don't have to pack out. It's never going to happen. We all know that, and in all the floors I've done, it's never perfect all the way around. It's not a show home. So we are packing out. But if we start with something as a datum, which is this corner I'm going to go with, and then work our way round, and we can adjust as much as we can to suit. So I'm going to crack on and start getting the joists in. The horrible job of cutting the lawn, tick, done. God for that. And Carol, apart from sunbathing, what are you doing?
3 jobs in one.
Oh, don't say that again.
4. 1, supervising you. You've still got a stupid green stripe that goes down the middle.
That's my path into the field.
2, yes, I'm sunbathing. I'm catching some rays because you've been sat on the mower for 3 hours.
Well, there you go.
3,
And 3, yeah.
getting the paint off of these window bars.
And 4.
Using up this really cheap, nasty sandpaper. Don't ever buy cheap sandpaper.
Where did you buy that? That's not English.
It's not English, no. It's from a cheap shop in France, and I'm never going to buy it again because it's not worth it.
Can I say the word action? I'm assuming that's where it came from.
So that's why I'm rubbing these down with sandpaper, because I want to use it up and get rid of it. I don't want to see it ever again.
So these are bars from where?
Here's one I done earlier,
Woohoo.
but they're not really giving me a nice finish like I thought, so I need a suggestion for that, darling. And then can you put them back on the window, because I'm worried that the spiders might come in the night and get me.
scrub away. I'm going to do my one job.
Hold on, do you have any suggestions for getting these any cleaner then?
Keep scrubbing. Wet and dry. A wet and dry on there afterwards.
Want some?
Don't be silly. I don't do scrubbing. I dig graves. Too much talk, darling. Not enough work. Get on with it.
We've just got back from what feels like travelling half of France to get some more woodworm spray. Unfortunately, our local store had run out. They didn't restock it after we bought this one 2 months ago. So it's been a bit of a journey out this evening. So I've come back and Adrian's putting the second or third coat on these beams. I think actually these two ends have had 4 coats now because they're really bad. He's doing his balancing act again.
Ooh.
So once these are coated tonight, we'll let them dry and then give them another coat in the morning, and then we can carry on getting the main joists across. Love your wellies.
Do I look like the lifeguard?
No, no chance.
Oh, Baywatch.
Baywatch, is that what you were trying to do yesterday? When you were walking around with no top on? I think you scared half of our subscribers away.
They're not subscribed anymore.
We'll let Adrian finish that. We'll move these beams across so we can get this coated and leave it overnight. We have in fact ordered another can. These are €100 each can, and we've gone through 3 now, I think, as well as some other preservatives that we've been using. But we thought we'd stock up on it so this doesn't happen again, because there's plenty more wood to treat in the chateau and also the coach house as well when we get round to
it. You're in my utility room.
You can have it.
What are you doing?
Well, I thought I'd persevere on the window furniture. So I had a small amount of the nitromorse left in the can.
Right.
So I decided to pour it in and make a bath for them.
Green goo.
So I've done most of them. These are the last 2.
Is it working?
Working really well.
Oh, okay.
Just a bit of patience.
It's doing what it says
So-
on the tin.
You can still see, look, if you come closer,
I will say this only once.
that there's still some paint on there. So yeah,
No, you can briefly. Okay. So have you prepped this before you did the nitromorse, or is this just straight nitromorse straight in?
They've all been baked in the slow cooker.
Ah, these are the ones you had, right. So a bit of wire brush.
Again.
Love the marigolds, by the way. Oh, it's my toothbrush. Flip me. Gets around that, doesn't it?
Still in there. This one didn't work as well.
Would that interrupt in your fantastic system, but would my wire brush in my drill maybe get the last bits off?
Anyway, you can see it's looking a lot better. Can you see in this side?
I can now, you just lifted it up. Yeah, way better. Way better. Actually, you can see the detail really well. The paint has actually come out of the cracks, so yeah, massive difference. So what we're saying is the nitromorse is working. Well done. How many more have you got to go? I won't remind you how many windows we have in the chateau, and they all have those sort of bits on them.
And then I'm just dunking it in. Oh, there's some in there already.
My Coca-Cola.
My Coca-Cola, which I think needs replacing.
Good job I don't drink Coca-Cola.
There's one in here. Come see.
Oh, here's one I did earlier. Okay.
The ladies.
Oh my god. Oh, nice ring. Come around the light. Can you see it? Quite cool, aren't they? Stupid question, but there ain't going to be a guy one, is there? Just ladies. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right.
Okay,
Need to get those back on the window so we can shut out.
well done. Okay, in that case, I'll go back to my floor.
My dressing room this morning, I have to get this window furniture back on because I'm going back to England for my niece's christening. So I get to glam up, paint my nails for a change, and do my hair and put on a nice dress. But I couldn't leave these windows open because there's huge gaps and they keep blowing in the wind. So the furniture has to go back on, and I've got to figure out that how. I'll have to refer back to a YouTube video to see how Adrian took them off, which is one of the reasons that we're doing the videos, so that we can refer back to them and show the family and friends in future years to come. Now, I haven't done the handles yet, so they're still looking grubby. But this is one of the latches that I wasn't very happy with when I showed it on a video a couple of weeks ago. But after some perseverance, with some more night remorse and some good scrubbing over and over with a wire brush and some Coca-Cola, they've come up like this, and I'm really quite happy. As you can see, this one's broken, but once it's back on the window frame, eventually I can find some glue to hold that. Adrian's given me some lovely brass NAM screws to put on here. Don't worry, I will be changing those eventually when we do these windows. But for now, I've got to fathom out how to get these mechanisms back on, because they all lock in between each other so that they turn and lock shut. That wasn't an easy one-man job putting these back together, but they're back on now. The windows are secure. Haven't put all the screws in, so I think some might be broken in the wood. And then I look on the floor and find more parts, but that's not affecting the locks, so they can stay off until we put them all back together properly.